Residents have been stuck making really impossible choices about, paying for rent or medication, things like that. They will tell their story the best.
Since 2017, we just got our bill and it's now $495 with the water and the garbage and sewer.
So they increased it by 80%.
Yeah. The last rent increase we got, some of them went up 25, some went up 28, some 35, some 45, some 53, and some 56. Yeah. And the ones that went up 56 are the ones that have been out here the longest, which are elderly who are in their 80s and 90s. We're supposed to be looking out for them. The greed, I mean, it's awful.
No, we don't. I'm one of these elderly people.
Yeah, she is still working.
Yeah. I got you beat.
I bet you don't. Still working.
How old are you? I'm 77, and I'm still working because in order to make sure I can still pay my rent.
Large out-of-state corporations known for predatory business practices started buying up these parks and essentially price gouging people with rent increases, charges to water, other kinds of fines.
According to one new report, over 100,000 home sites traditionally run by mom and pop businesses are now owned or partly owned by private equity firms like these.
I opened today's bill and I haven't used nearly as much water, but it went up again by 800 gallons, so something's wrong.
Didn't someone get a bill for over $1,000?
Yes, that was Lynn Hoy. She got one for
You tell me how one person uses $1,000 of water in a month.
And they came to her house.
89,000 gallons
she
in a
used.
month.
And it's like everything falls on deaf ear. Let's see, at first they wanted us to be responsible for the pipes underground.
Right.
And we're like, no, we don't own these pipes. We shouldn't be responsible for that.
Because around a third of mobile home dwellers own their homes, but don't own the land underneath it. That's because they live in mobile home parks and pay rent on that land to the park owner. But in recent years, large investors have been snatching those parks up and either tearing them down or ratcheting up rent and fee.
Then they wanted us to have them listed on our insurance, and they wanted a key to our house.
A key to our home that they could come in any time.
Right.
Oh my God.
So,
So Frank Rolfe.
Frank Rolfe. His company is one of the largest park operators in the US, controlling over 30,000 home sites in 25 states.
Sits on the Iowa Manufactured Housing Association, so as a board member, working to assure that they have the upper hand at all costs.
Rolfe is completely shameless about the degree to which his business depends on having a captive customer base, positively comparing it to running a Waffle House where everyone is chained to the booths.
And they say it's like the residents are in a Waffle House. They're chained to the booth. There ain't nothing they can do but pay these prices.
Renters in an apartment have more rights than the people who live in these homes.
I've had neighbors, the guy up the street, he just left his keys on the table and walked out the door. I mean, and then they get this home and they turn around and sell it.
They just see a money-making opportunity. There's no empathy, no sense of community at all in this. It is just simply a money-making operation.
At any cost.
Right.
To the people who live in the